Hello, and welcome back to Cordially Invited. Long time no see.
Oh, no, don't
If
think
you no, we're not bringing the wave back. It's not infecting my game. We're not doing it. If you didn't watch Cat's Cradle and you don't know the sheer hell we put Ian through, go check that out on our other videos here on the Dice Cult. But welcome back to Cordially Invited, where you are cordially invited to join our three heroes here. I'm pointing like I know where they are on the screen. They're attempting to do the most dangerous thing of all, which is try and get a royal wedding to go off without a hitch. It's going reasonably well. The intendeds are alive. They're still on their first quest
to attempt. Minimum.
Yeah, I mean that is the bare minimum.
A low bar.
A very low.
Necromancers
bar.
everywhere are like, well, actually.
Premac may have already told the bride about someone else who has a crush on her. So, like, as far as keeping them together.
It's been a while since we've played, since November, because life is life. So if you're just joining us, or if you have no idea where we are, which I think some of my players have no idea where we are, some recap. We are joining Premac, Bird, and Neve. Names are a little fluid around here, you'll find out. As they are the hired entertainment for our wedding. Unfortunately, that came with a few other tasks that they may not have totally been aware of, as this royal wedding between two somewhat rivaling countries is trying to go off without a hitch. Their very first introduction to this whole shebang started when a hag interrupted the welcoming ceremonies. There was a little bit of a kerfuffle in a hallway with some weird fairy dogs. And now they're out and about hunting down a boar that turned out to be the spirit of the forest as our first task to complete this marriage ceremony. They have been brought here by Lord Nolan, who is an advisor to the prince. We found out some stuff about Lord Nolan potentially being a little more helpful to the prince than everyone originally may have thought. And we've had a bit of a fun adventure getting out into the woods, getting out of the palace. Y'all were attacked by an undead dryad who went insane. Premac got cursed? Question mark. Neve dove into his brain? Question mark. And removed the memory of that because it was driving him insane. And
I made a really good decision. It's the best decision.
It was the best decision.
Did you remove it so much as just bury it under other things?
I locked it away under a specific key.
Yeah, there's a box inside a box with the key. It's a whole thing.
Inside a tub. Inside a brain, inside a tub.
And it wouldn't be that big of a deal if the Dryad hadn't been trying to warn you about something called the Forgotten Devourer, which Premac now has a nice symbol on his hand that says that. Just right there for everyone to see. So our last episode, you guys had returned from Neve delving into Premac's memories. Premac unfortunately showed his scar marking directly to the first person he saw, which was luckily some of the other entertainers.
Unfortunately, I don't like that.
Yeah, he just showed it straight up to the Granite Breaker brothers, who are also entertainers, who are helping the prince, and not you all. Neve reminded Premac that the symbol is a name because Premac has a little bit of a memory problem here about all of those events. Your wizard friend, Raven, was told that Premac was a little loose with the princess and may have revealed some secrets, such as his undying love for her, which he hadn't really meant for the princess to know ever, but Premac definitely just came right out and said it. Raven also revealed that he's here for some other reasons other than just having a crush on the princess. And that Raven is not his name. Because this is some fairy bullshit, and names are important. He reminded you that you've heard his name before, but now I'm quite sure none of you all have any of those clues, and I can move on with my intrigue. The inciting events that led us up to where we're coming in a moment is you all were just doing some investigation of the prince's side of things, trying to get the upper hand on hunting down this boar. You all lured a young guard away from the prince's camp. His name is Tristan, and Dove took him off into the woods with her birds, that he was actually very excited by. He doesn't have a whole lot of friends. And she may have offered him an apprenticeship, which he is very excited about, and she may be regretting. Meanwhile, Neve impersonated themselves as Tristan, infiltrated the guards, learned a couple things, like Tristan's brother is dead. That was an awkward moment. And you also had a little bit of a tiff that turned out okay with a guard named Corky, or Corcoran, that Premac decided to just straight up antagonize because he witnessed him a little too close to Premac's tub. There was a scuffle, there was some tripping, there was some anger, and you all had to kind of diffuse a situation. Eventually, you all met in the princess's tent to try and plan potentially sabotaging the prince's group. You had a myriad of ideas for how to do that. Unfortunately, when you went to go get some rest, both Neve and Premac rolled high enough on their perception checks to notice that some things, the mark on the cart was gone, and also you had some scrabbling noises, some scratching noises, and as Premac approached his tub, there was indeed a screech as these long, scraggly teeth, beady little eyes, and like fleshy, kind of misshapen red skin crawled out from both under the cart and under the tub. And that's where we're going to begin. So I'd like you all to please roll some initiative.
Ooh, exciting. Oh, I just turned off all my stuff.
As we do a fun scene change. Remotes flying.
Ooh,
So
17.
17. Oh, 8. Neve. And 16.
I'm not ready for this.
I have advantage. Okay, so yeah, take that 16, not the 5.
I am not going to trust D&D Beyond to roll initiative for my monsters again because that was a shit show. Okay.
You
I
have
love it.
another jacket for... Oh,
Reversible?
It's a jacket. It's reversible.
It's reversible.
oh my god.
Combat jacket.
Combat jacket.
That's
Roleplay jacket.
amazing.
All right. So, Premac, you are up first. You are kind of like climbed on top, headed towards your tub. You saw one of those creatures start crawling out from underneath it. It's this small, kind of pointy-eared, misshapen red creature, and it's hissing at you like it's about to jump. You've heard more of it, and you saw your friends notice, so you're not getting a surprise attack. You're not getting a surprise attacked, I should say. And you have a chance to do something.
The closest one is where, if it compared to me? I'm assuming I've got like 1 foot up on or a couple feet up on, and I'm climbing. Where's the closest one to me?
Yeah, let me put them on here. I gotta pick the correct. You'd think I would have, in the months in between doing all of this, that I would have had this ready.
We oopsed all wizards, Cat's Cradle, to give some time so you could do other things.
So there's one on your tub. That's the one you see.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so that's the closest one to you because you were investigating your tub and saw it. You hear more under the cart, but this is the closest one to you.
In the tub. As I climb up, there's one in the tub.
It's under the tub. It's not in the tub, it's under the tub. It's like it's crawling out of it.
Okay. Absolutely. I'm going to knowing that Dove was the farthest away from us. I'm going to shout out for Dove, just to make sure that she's heard or that she's aware. She probably has great perception, but we're gonna be like, Dove, snacks with the tub, and I'm gonna dive forward to try to just bite this thing. I'm gonna use my natural claws, but I thematically I'm biting for this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
23.
Yeah, 23 is gonna hit.
Okay. Ooh, not a great roll. An 8. As I snap forward.
8. Okay. It hisses as you bite it.
I would like to try to climb up farther in with it, and I would like to attempt to shove it prone in the tub if I could.
Yeah, I will say it was crawling out from under the tub, so it's like starting to get up when you bite. So you could attempt to just like keep it down if you wanted.
Yeah. Like that's exactly what I could do if possible. That would be my tail with my bonus action, if that's possible.
Tail, yeah, you can try and slap your tail down onto it. Is the tail contested?
I think so. I think it's an athletics check.
An athletics check. Cool.
Or sorry, you tell me what I mean. Usually, I think the tail says that it can do an athletics check as I go back looking for it.
Yeah. Did you do an athletics check? Or did I do an athletics check?
I think it's contested.
Contested. Sorry, my
bonus
music
action is
just
shove
paused
an
out on me.
appointment.
There we go.
Oh, I apologize. My tail can shove, not. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Shove it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can shove it prone.
Okay. Yeah, I will give that athletics.
Yeah,
She's
go
a
for it.
27.
Yeah, that's a 27. I don't think it can beat that. Let's check. I don't think it's capable of it. Yeah, no, it's shoved prone.
Okay. Then if I'm holding it down there, I'll do my second attack. My teeth are just going to come down and start trying to rip at it.
Absolutely.
If you will let me have advantage on it if it's prone, is that possible?
Do you get? Yeah, it's prone. You timed those bonus actions well enough.
27.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. Go ahead. Go do that damage.
That'll be a 9 damage.
A 9? Okay. 9 damage. Yeah, this thing is like, it gurgles a little bit as you slam it prone and then bite into it again. It doesn't look happy. It looks, actually, it doesn't look like it's afraid at all. I'm gonna say that. It looks crazed and angry.
As I get down close to it, I'm gonna get up I'm right in its face, tails wrapped around it, kind of thing, trying to hold it down. I'm basically trying to crouch over it, up on top of the cart, and just getting close to its like sharp teeth, and just be like, "Mine are longer, and you look like a tasty snack. Get out of my tub."
Get out of my tub.
Right.
Absolutely. All right. That's all you? I'd say that's
my
all
action
you got.
bonus.
You did so much in that turn. All right. Next up is this thing. Does it need to contest your strength to get up, or is it just prone?
So I did not grapple it, so it's still.
Okay.
I pushed it prone. It can use its movement to get up.
Okay, yeah. So it's going to use its movement to get up. And what can it? Let's look at my little monster thing here. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's fine. It's totally good. It picks itself up and it pulls out from its sides these 2 sickles that look rusted and gross, like it has never been cleaned, and it is going to attack you 3 times.
No.
Yeah. I'm assuming a 13 does not hit you.
Does not. AC 17.
All right, 13 doesn't hit. A natural 1 doesn't hit. Oh, but a 23 will unfortunately hit.
A 23 does, yes.
How do I get? DNDBeyond really
So it
hates
will
me.
not
You're gonna
attack him 3 times.
It will not. It attack. Well, it tried to. It's a little off balance, and so it slashes out at you and does it again, and finally it just lunges and stabs you like right in the tail. And you're gonna take 10 points of slashing damage.
Right.
And that is its turn. Neve, you would imagine that with an 8 you would not be up next, but you are, because I rolled awfully.
Wow.
Didn't I get a 16?
You were too.
Oh, you did get a 16.
Yeah. I have on mine that you got initiative 5.
Well, I rolled a 16 and a 5 because I have advantage on initiative.
Oh, it only registered the 5.
Ooh.
And it logged you as a 5.
I was just like, oh my god, I'm not ready yet.
No. Okay, Bird, it is you.
Okay. Well, I was just yelled at. I don't remember why I was in the forest, but I was in the forest.
You were with Tristan. you were coming back.
I was coming back around.
You sent him off to come back, and then you were coming back with your birds, kind of staying on the edge.
Yes, of course. I'll remember that. So, I hear yelling. I will run out of the forest.
Yes.
And look upon the situation.
You see, because you're coming from a little bit further away, actually Raven is not there, he's here. You see that there are these smaller, same creatures. Actually, do I have their picture that I can just show people? Yes. You see these little creatures. I'll make it bigger for everyone.
Oh,
Oh, it's so big. Yeah. You were zoomed in. I'm so sorry. I made it bigger. You see these creatures. You see Premax starting to tussle with one in the cart. You also see two more coming out from under it. That is what your passive gets you. If you'd like to check for more, you can.
Nah.
Okay.
I think that's enough information for me. All right. Then I will clomp on in there just as fast as I can. And that's a full action. I can't bother to do that. I'm just gonna hit things.
Yeah, go for it.
Thought about using a fairy fire, but
it is a whole action. It is a whole last spell.
Yeah, and I could instead attack 3 times, which is what I shall do.
Yes.
I will run on in. I will switch the tool so it's not a ruler, and put myself. Could I be? Is flanking? Is that a? Can I flank? Is that a thing? Like with Neve here?
Neve, I think, is on the. Were you on the cart or just inspecting the cart, Neve? I think you were just inspecting it. Right?
Didn't you get in the cart?
It looks like I'm in the cart, but
I think you got in the cart to check things out.
Yeah, I think I was in the cart to check things out.
Neve is on top of like the uncovered part of the cart. So I don't know that this would totally count as flanking because you're technically like 5 feet up.
Got it. Okay.
If Neve gets back on the ground, then yes. So
I will, it doesn't really matter then. I'm good at this. I don't need help. Also, as I run in, the birds that came out with me are flying in with me. Ow, I just pulled my own hair. Okay. And they also going to move in, and I think I'm going to get them. They have 3 actions that they could do, and the action that I will get them to do is piercing damage or strength saving throw. I think I'll go for the strength saving throw, and they are going to just absolutely just aerial barrage on number 2, and I'm going to attack number. Oh, I know. I feel like I want them to knock them down so they can be prone, so I can have advantage. So, aerial attack on number 3 instead.
Okay. So you're gonna do bird attack on 3, aerial.
Yes, and they need to make a strength saving throw. The DC is only 10, but if they fail, they are knocked prone, and that will give me strength saving throw or be moved. 15 feet. On shit. Never mind. I don't get that until level 11.
Why are you in your level 11 abilities?
It's in the same sentence. It just says in parentheses 11. All right, but it says
aerial attack.
The aerial attack is or be moved 15 feet horizontally in a direction of your choice, which I don't know if that's useful. They're not. I suppose if I moved them
right to the fire.
Oh, that's actually a great idea. Could I do that?
If you would like to...
Oh, shit, I didn't actually mean to touch them. I didn't know I could actually move the enemies.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Owlbear lets you do that. Yeah, the fire's 10 feet away.
Yeah, okay. Could I do that? Could I just try to, I'll attack 2, and I'll just try to yeet number 3 into the fire?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll your attack on 2, and then we'll deal with the birds.
All right. I just, I command the birds to toss that one away, and I'll deal with this one. And make my attack. It is a 22 to hit on the first attack.
Yeah, that's got a hit.
Okay, cool. Should I just roll to hit the second attack, and then we'll see about damage after?
Yeah.
What would you like me to? Oh, I can attack within 10 feet, so I'm technically not standing there. I'm technically standing right here.
Okay. Yeah, because you have full arm.
Yeah,
right?
I pull arm. Oh, yes.
Reach.
And 24 on the next one to hit.
Okay, so 2 hits on 2.
Yes, I have a bonus action hit, but I'll see how these guys do before I use that up.
Okay, yeah. So roll your damage for 2.
Oh, 1 on the damage dice, but 5 plus my... And then on the next one, it is 8. 5 plus 8. 8. A little bit low there, but
yeah.
All right.
They are not happy about this.
Are they verbalizing that? Are they using their words?
No. It's been screeching at you, Premac, but you haven't been able to understand a single thing. Bird, as you just swoop in with your glaive and just slice and dice, this thing looks at you and goes, "Oh," and is gonna, in Sylvan.
Oh. Well, yes, you are at least perceptive enough to understand that. I am.
Yeah. And then your bird attack?
Yes, and that means I will crush you. And I give him a knock on the forehead with my the back of my glaive.
Go for it.
With this final attack, roll please. Why didn't you do it? I clicked the button. I'll do it again.
Click the button.
Yes. 23 to hit.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Go do your damage.
Hey, get out of the way, rolls. I can't click the button. Yes. 8. I rolled max damage.
There have been so many 8s of damage here tonight.
21 in total on this guy.
Okay. And you were having your birds attack?
Yes, I was having the birds grab number 3 and toss him into the fire.
Okay. Do I get to contest that at all?
Oh, absolutely. It's a strength save.
Strength save. Okay.
Yes.
Does a 20 save?
Oh, gods. Yeah? What? Yeah. They're so small. How are they so strong?
I don't know. I don't know.
What was that reaction? I don't know what to think anymore.
I'm just channeling my inner Justice Briar. I don't know.
Follow me.
My monster's strong.
Well, okay, basically the birds just like yank on his little hat a lot, and it goes nowhere.
They're yanking on the hat. It's not a hat.
Oh.
It's its head. It's flesh. They're like digging in and like yanking, and you're just watching like the skin as the eyes go back. Yeah, it's not fun.
Oh man, I'll need to deal with you guys.
Right. So they just get swarmed. They're not taking anything, right?
Yeah, that's all. That's all they can do on their turn.
All right.
So that is my turn.
Okay. Now we're up to Neve.
All right.
Neve, you are in the cart, right?
Yes. Yes.
Roll me a perception check. Start your turn.
Excellent.
Because one is climbing out from under the tub, going towards Premac at the back.
5.
Cool. You are like so distracted. Like there's one going out from the tub towards Premac. You watch Premac handle it, and you turn to see Dove just in with the glaive, birds going, and that's all you see.
So I don't see the third one being arrested by birds?
You see those 3. You see those 3.
Okay.
But that's
cool.
That's all you see.
It's probably just hard to see when there is birds everywhere. Just
yeah,
in
you're
your general
very
area.
focused on the fact that this is a lot of birds, and your friends kind of chaotically fighting.
Well,
So you see the 3 that are around you. You're standing on the cart. You can see the 2 on the ground and the one under the tub. You'd have to go over the tub to get to the one Premac's fighting.
Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leap off the cart onto these 2 next to the cart. And I'm going to draw my rapier and my dagger, and I'm going to take a strike at number 2 there.
Okay, cool. Before you do that,
Uh-huh.
You are going to get an opportunity attack
Yep. Okay.
against you, because there was a 4th one hiding under the tub.
Didn't see it.
Okay, it only gets 1 off, and Ooh, does the 23 hit you?
That does hit. Miraculously.
Oh, that's a solid double 1s, 6 damage.
Okay, ouchies.
Got a 1, a 1, and a 4.
And it grabs my tail.
Yeah, this thing like is you see it just as you start leaping, and it's like darts out and tries to slash at your tail as you go for one of the other ones, and you feel the pain, but you can still get your attacks off on the other guys.
You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go after the one that hit me, though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go right around and try to jab my rapier in his face.
Absolutely. Let me so 1 is on the end of this tub, and then 4. This is the last guy on the map.
Nice. Okay. 16 hit.
16 does hit.
Nice. And I am going to, as I want to figure out the physics here, because I'm going to do a slashing flourish.
Okay.
Where I expend a bardic inspiration to deal extra damage equal to the number I roll on the die to the target and any other creature within 5 feet of me. So I want to just like stab him and then rip it out and catch another one on the back slash.
Yeah,
Which one
I will
can
say.
I hit?
I will say you can stab him and then rip it out and just like fling off to your right to try and slice into the back of number 2's head.
Excellent. So that is, what is my D8?
This is the one that just got absolutely slammed by Bird's Glaive.
Excellent. So that is 18 points of damage to the one, number 4 that I hit, and 7 points to number 2.
Right. So 18 in total to the one in front of you, and then 7 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
gonna
take a bonus action dagger attack on number 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Action economy! Action economy!
A 10 is not
I think
hit.
that misses.
Yeah, you you slash in and get 4 and 2, and you go to stab into the one in front of you, and it just kind of like ducks out of the way, hissing.
I hiss back.
Yeah, you hiss back, and this thing looks at you and goes, "Danger!" in Sylvan. And
I changed my eye colors at it, just like flashing neon colors for a moment.
It blinks, but like one eye blinks first. It's like
I'm trying to weird it out to help you. It's me.
This one's defective.
These guys are going a little crazy.
Cool. Okay.
All right. Next in the order, because they rolled like dog shit. Number 2 is gonna go. Number 2 is currently getting fucked from all sides because Bird came down with a glaive twice, absolutely demolished it, and then from behind, Neve has just sliced into the
top
back
off
of his
its
neck.
little head.
Yeah, the little flap on the back of his head is just sliced off, and he is very confused. He is gonna turn, and he is gonna run up to Dove. Dove, I need you to make a DC 14 Dex saving throw.
Oh, right.
Dexterity saving throw for me.
Well,
he's good.
Would a 22 suit you?
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay, cool. That he goes up and he like jumps to try and kick you as you realize that the shoes he's wearing are these like super heavy metal looking shoes. He's surprisingly quick for how heavy they look.
As am I.
Yeah. And then he can't get any other. Okay, well, he tried. That's all he can do, because his action economy is not great when he tries to do the one thing that they're good at.
We all min-maxed our action economies, so...
It's fine. This guy's just straight up getting fucked. It's bad for him. Because he's got no bonus actions. Okay, Next up is number 3. Number 3 is being swarmed by birds. He sees his friend try and run up and get you. Fail. He like falls on his back and has to scramble up. So 3 is going to run up to you. I realize they're all slightly different sizes. I do apologize about that. Owlbear is
Oh,
not
that's
the
how
best.
things are.
Natural red cap variety.
I know. And he is going to try and slice you, Dove.
Ooh, 3's a
one at a
body.
time. That's a 4. No. That's an 8. 22! I'm assuming a 22 hits you.
Yes, you do hit.
Yes. Alright. These guys have 3 attack. You're gonna take 11 slashing damage.
Ooh, that stung.
Yes. I can't hit with most of these guys' attacks. They get 3. I've hit you guys 1. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Well,
So
it actually is
slicing
quite good to
this-
hear. I have a very high AC, so
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the highest AC of the bunch.
indeed. So that was a win.
Good that 2 are going after you and not going after someone else who has a lower AC. Okay, that's his turn. The last one is the one Neve is facing. And he's gonna... He didn't see his friend just absolutely fail doing that. He's also gonna try and... He's gonna try and kick you off this cart.
Okay.
So I need you to make a DC 14 Dex save.
All right. That's a check. Sorry. It should
It better be a check.
Should I roll again, or should I just add my save bonus?
No, actually roll a Dex saving throw.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Thank
let you
God,
do that.
that's so much better. This is 24.
Yeah, it
I really
is.
should have let that happen.
He goes to kick you, and you just like step aside, and he lands sort of still in front of you, and is just like, I saw that going better in my head. And unfortunately, that's his action. So we are going to be at the top of the order. At the top of the order, a couple things are going to happen. A Raven who had joined you guys to try and deal with the cart, he is in this. He is going to... Let me pull up his sheet very quickly. I did make him... Didn't I? I did. Look at me being smart. What can he do for you? I'm gonna say he is gonna look at what's happening, and he is going to look at you all and go, "You got this!" And he teleports out away from being right next to these 2 that are attacking Dove.
That's all right. You're free to head out.
He is gonna just pop over. How far can he go? How far can he go? 30 feet. He can go 30 feet.
Okay.
Into the
So
fire.
he is here.
Goodbye.
Okay. He's gonna go up next to this side of the campfire, and he's gonna turn and he'll attempt to start going towards rousing some of the other guards. And that is a Raven's turn. Dane, at the top of this order, is gonna look at you, Premac, and say, "You got this?"
Take care of your charge.
Yes, she's gonna do that, and she's gonna take 1 opportunity attack because she is within 5 feet of the one you're going after, because it's not prone anymore. Yeah, that's a 10. That's not gonna hit Dane. Her AC is so much better than that. And she is gonna run off this way. She can go... Yeah, she can make it. And she's gonna go back off towards the tents. There's some things you start hearing noise as people are started hearing all this commotion outside, so you're getting the sense that the more time goes on, the more people are going to start noticing and coming out into this fray. And that's the top of the order. So we are back to Premac. You are
Okay.
up, sir.
So there are 2 on the cart. They are both popping out from either side of the tub. Is that correct?
So yeah, they're going in opposite directions. One's coming at you, and one is coming at Neve.
Okay. Is there room for me to get in the tub?
Stake your territory.
Yes, you're gonna have to move past. I will say, Neve, I'm just gonna move you slightly back, just because I didn't make the scale
That's fine,
super
yeah,
great.
yeah.
So you can maneuver around the one in front of you and not take an opportunity attack, and you can try and vault yourself into the tub. I will need you to make an athletics check or an acrobatics.
That's what I'm built for.
Yes, I shouldn't have said athletics. I understand this.
29. Tail goes up, wraps it around. I come up like backwards kind of thing, flipping over with the tail pulls me up. Just kind of like, yeah.
You easily vault, and this thing goes, huh? And like watches you go, and is like, that was impressive. Doesn't actually do that. It's just very angry. And you are now in the tub. I will let you be in the tub. I will move these guys a little bit so that you can be solidly in the tub.
Thank you.
So
there's this audible and like visual kind of like kind of this shiver as he gets in, like he's just like thoroughly pleased with himself that he's now in the tub again.
Yeah.
And looks at Neve and says, let me try to make this a bit easier for you. And I'd like to use my bonus action to try to trip 4 again.
Okay.
With my tail. 18.
It's
contested athletics. Yeah.
If you had to guess how many 2s I've rolled, it's a lot.
That's
No, this is like my 5th 2. Yeah, he got a 6 in total.
Okay.
So that's great for me. Yeah, he is knocked prone.
As he's getting knocked, my tail is tripping him, so basically the tail swipes across, his whole body goes sideways, claw comes out to try to grab him, and I'd like to attempt to grapple him with my claw, which would be another opposed athletics with my action here.
Okay.
23.
Yeah, he's grappled.
Okay.
He got a 21.
Ooh. Now I do have one question, and I'm not trying to push my luck here, but I'm curious what DM Fiat is here. Is a grapple use my whole action, or is it 1/2 of my attacks? Is the grapple an attack? Like, you know what I mean? Is it the whole attack action, or is it 1/2?
I'm gonna say grapple is you're using your attack action to make a special melee attack, so it's gonna use your one action. It's gonna use one of your actions.
One of my multi-attack kind of thing.
Yeah, it counts as the attack action.
Okay, so I wouldn't get any further attacks with that action.
Yeah, not with that action. So if you have multiple attacks per action, you have used one of them.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you. Okay, so yeah, so I've used half of my. Okay, so I'd have one more. So I will use my second half, because I do have 2 attacks per action, to attempt to grapple the other one, number 1 behind me.
So, wait. Hold on. You said you shoved this thing with your tail to knock it prone, and then you used your hand to grapple it.
Yes.
You're in a tub.
Yes.
What is your reach?
That's a good question. So my tail has a reach of 10 feet. My claws have a reach of 5. I'll tell you what my hope was. I was hoping that I could jump in the tub, and my hope was, maybe I needed to do this in a different order, was to grab the one that I'm passing, and if I can grapple it, I can drag it, and I'll use my movement to drag it into the tub with me, and then trip and grab the other one and hold it down even outside the tub or against the tub or wherever, so that Neve can start attacking it.
Okay, so I think the order that you actually did it in is you vaulted, went after the one that is attacking Neve, and then reached back to get the one that you left behind.
That's fair.
I think that is the order that I heard things happening.
You're right, it is.
I totally understand, and if you would like to now drag the one near Neve that you have grappled back, you can attempt to turn and go the opposite way.
Yeah, you know what? I like that. I'm going to grab this one and drag it into the tub with me with a big smile as I'm looking at Neve and just drag it into the tub, prone on the ground, and I will turn around and try to grapple the one behind me as well so that it can't run away.
Okay, yeah.
No damage from me, but I want these things
You're
locked down.
attempting to stymie these things, yes.
14 on the one behind me. It's a hard reach.
14. And it gets to contest it?
Yeah, athletics.
It's an 11.
Yes.
D&D Beyond hates me. Okay, so you're dragging one with you, you reach over to try and scoop the other, and you have these two things grappled.
So that would be it. One is technically prone in the tub with me grappled. The other one is being held by my other claws. I'm like holding on to them.
Okay, so 1 and 4 are grappled and dragged. I'm 4
is prone.
Super pleased about that. So 4 is prone, 1 is grappled, 2 and 3 are free. Okay. Cool. This is going great for me. All right. Next up is Dove. Bird, you are up. You and your birds. You have 2 in front of you. You have number 2 and number 3 in front of you, kind of attacking. One tried to kick you. The other one tried to stab you a bunch of times. Didn't really work out so well for him. What would you like to do?
Well, I see Premac giving a bath to the other 2. Very nice.
You just hear some splashing and some shrieking.
Yes. I'll just... that's my ally. Okay.
What's happening?
Yes, indeed. But I have seen that he was able to wrestle the others, so that gives me hope that my birds will eventually have success in wrestling these other ones. So I would like to create a balance, fire and water and all that. I would like to get one of these guys in the fucking fire.
Okay. How would you like to do that? With the birds?
The one that has been, I want to try one more time. The one that I've stabbed a bunch of times with my birds.
Number 2.
Pick them up, put them in the fire.
Okay. So let's do that first. It is a contested strength.
It is. They have. It's a DC. It's only DC 10. Strength save.
Okay, so I think I rolled an 8 last time. That's a 14.
Shoot.
Sorry.
Shucks. Oh no, it's my spell save DC. God darn it! Why did I dump my spell casting ability? that was stupid of me.
Yeah,
no wonder it's so low.
Unfortunately, this thing, like, as the birds attack, it just kind of like digs its heels in, and it looks like it's not going anywhere. It looks tougher than you think it is for its size.
We'll see about that.
It is also looking beat up as hell. It is actively bleeding everywhere.
Okay, then. I'll switch back to my regular accent.
Yeah, that was a lot of Dove.
Mud, is that you? Okay. All right. I will instead... I see, birds, you're tired from all of the training we've done. I understand. You're dismissed. You're not doing anything. And I'm going to just stab the one that I've been... the birds have been harassing. And that is
number 2?
a 15 to hit.
15's gonna hit.
Sweet. I'm gonna roll for damage right away. I think hopefully it's 7 damage.
Okay, 7 damage. This thing shrieks as you slice into it. Is not happy about any of this.
It's still looking all right.
It's still up.
Okay. Shoot.
I'm not gonna say it's looking all right. It's looking right fucked up. Though it kind of looked fucked up from the beginning, honestly. Just saying.
Yeah. I don't know if I should. I'm gonna use. Can I like put my bonus action attack in the middle of my 2 attacks, or do I have to do my 2 attacks beside each other?
You can do a bonus in between.
Okay. I want to stab him, and then I want to pull the thing out, give him a whack in the side of the head, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Okay. Do those attacks.
Nice. 26 to hit.
Yeah. Overkill.
Oh, yes. 8 damage.
Yup. He gurgles as he screams, and it's like a bubble of blood just pops out of his mouth. He looks real fucked up.
Still alive. All right.
Still alive.
Okay.
It's only round 2.
I want him dead. All right. I'm gonna stab him one more time, and I'm gonna try to do a stab and then a swing and just flick him into the forest.
Okay. All right. So
I have no special abilities for this, but
yeah, this is just an attack.
Yeah, 18 to hit.
Right.
And 13 points of damage.
Yeah. How do you want to do this?
I just want to. Fine, if you're not going into the fire, just fuck off. Look him out.
You stab into this guy, and you feel like, that was a lot of purchase, and this thing just starts like eyes wide, draining of life, as you just fling it behind you into the woods, and it's like it just goes. As it goes backwards, and it is dead. It is out. It's gone.
Can we please get a graphical representation of where it lands?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Dove, can you do a strength check for me?
Oh, absolutely.
Very important to me.
Yes.
Can I use? Can it be athletics?
Yeah, it can be athletics.
Okay. I didn't roll great, but a 14.
14. Okay, I'm gonna say you can get this thing off into the woods about here.
Nice.
Nice. I think that's respectable.
It's a good chuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I'm gonna outline him.
Yeet.
There, he is dead. Okay, is that your turn? I mean, you did 3 things there, so I'm hoping it's your turn.
Well, technically, the birds didn't do shit, but they tried.
No, the birds did not help you.
I will just turn to the next one and be like, "You're going to join your friend."
Yeah, it's watching you. It's watched all of that, and it's just like, ugh. It's not looking super great about this. Like a little bit of the bloodlust just faded from its eyes as it realized what's happening. But it's actually looking fine. This thing has not taken any damage at all. So, all right.
I did neglect him. I apologize.
Yeah. Up next is the first one that is grappled by Premax, so it's going to try and break out of that.
Give me your worst.
It's a 7.
I could roll a 1. That's
rolled a 21. No, okay, it's grapple. Can it still attack? Can it attack you while it's grappled? It just can't move.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's all it is grapple. The speed is 0.
Absolutely. Okay, let's go. 14's not gonna hit you.
Nope.
15's not gonna hit you.
Playing the keep away game, just like holding on to the center of his chest.
Drowning in fabric.
I rolled a 14, a 15, and a 14. DNDBeyond, we're gonna have some words. We're gonna have some words later. Yeah, okay. That's it. That's its turn. It tried to do 3 attacks and they all missed. So it just like slicing wildly at you, and nothing hits. Absolutely nothing hits. That is neat.
Premac had younger siblings, and he's used to the whole, like, just hold them back in a way. Like, you can't touch me.
Like, you can't tell what's Premac and what's just cloth.
Yeah, so you have watched Premac vault himself into the tub. He slapped one down prone in front of you, and then turned and grappled the other. So the number 4 is prone in front of you.
Yeah, no, so I watched him, like, offer help to me, grab the one I was fighting, and then drag it into the tub with him.
I think based on how it works, he like dragged this thing, and Sky, you can correct me. You dragged this thing, and you just kind of slammed it into the side of the tub, and it's kind of like it's against the tub, just kind of like blinking as it's prone.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just trying to give you an easy target advantage.
Yeah, so you will have advantage on attacks.
I do have advantage, you said?
On melee attacks, yes.
Cool.
It's prone.
I am going to reverse my grip on my rapier and reach out with my hand and cast Inflict Wounds.
Yeah.
With advantage on this one that's right there. So
Go for it,
is a 13.
That 13's not gonna hit.
No!
13's not gonna hit.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
C'est la vie.
It's so close.
But there's just so much wetness in the area. It's a little...
Yeah, I kind of like slip as I'm trying to get to it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I called it for thanks for trying, and you get a bardic inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
To add to ability check, attack, roll, saving throw.
Okay. All right. Is that so? Action, bonus action,
Yeah,
done.
action, bonus action.
Okay. That one's dead. All right. It's number 3's turn. Number 3 is facing off against Dove. Number 3 is going to just try and fuck you up again.
Come at me.
16 is not going to hit you.
No, it won't.
A 21 is going to hit you, though.
Yes, it will.
You're going to take 9 damage from that one. It's got one more attack. The 23 is going to hit you.
Ooh.
You take an additional 10 damage. You take 19 damage. As this thing like stabs, misses, and he like recorrects his grip and just quickly just gets you right in the leg.
Us can heal, right? That was a thing this party could do. Ooh.
Who knows? And that is his turn. Last one up is 4, who is prone and just got attacked by a spell. He's gonna pick himself up and look at you, Neve, and just say, "You're on the wrong side," and try and attack you.
Note DM.
They're not making a good case.
Their speed. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Their speed is 0 because they're grappled, so they have no speed to stand.
Did you didn't grapple him with your tail? You did a tail, or did you do 2 grapples?
I did 2. I did my tail, tripped him to knock him down, and then my action I did a grapple on both targets, 1 hand on each.
Because you have 2 actions, and you use your bonus action tail and 2 actions to grapple. Okay, so he'll make a strength save instead.
All I'm saying
17?
is that that would be my athletics. Oh, 12!
Yeah.
Breaks free.
Yeah, he's gonna break free, and he doesn't need to move really to get Neve, so because Neve had to get up in his face to inflict wounds. So he's gonna do the "you're on the wrong side" and then attack you thrice. 19's gonna hit you.
Good argument for your case.
It's gonna be 11 damage.
Oh, It hits?
A 19 is going to hit you.
Yes.
And 11 damage.
Okay.
Uh,
Ow.
yeah. He looks at you and goes, "We are much stronger than these fools." And we'll do it again.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2. 25 is going to hit you.
Yes.
Oh, 7 damage.
Mm-hmm. Ouches.
Last one.
Uh-huh.
A 10! Doesn't hit you.
That's good.
You rolled a 4. I thought it was going to land on the 14 and it was going to get you. Yeah, so it slices into you twice and you manage to jump back as it tries to get the third one in. And it just, like, cackles in your face. It's been speaking in Sylvan this whole time. And it kind of looks around and just goes, "There's still time to switch sides."
That's a no.
And that's when,
And,
yeah. Mean little guys. So we're at the top of the order then. Which means Raven's going. He's running to corral the guards who are starting to come out here. Who will start approaching and appearing, and helping if need be. I will drop them where they need to go. You see, Neve, you see as you're dealing with all of this, you hear the commotion. You see the older guard who helped you all. You were pretending to be Tristan. Is out. He's drawing his sword. You also see Tristan, who is like barely asleep, come out with a bow drawn. You also, you know what? Before, give me a perception. What's your passive? What's your passive
Me?
perception? You didn't even, yeah.
14.
14. Dove wouldn't know. And Premac is not facing... Oh, no, Premac's facing that direction. Premac, what's your passive?
only 11 for perception.
Yeah, okay.
No investigation, no perception.
Okay, cool. So these guys are now aware. You see these guards. You see Tristan and the older guard who's like gathering people up. You never got his name. I made sure I double checked. You didn't get his name. And they're now aware of the fight. They will help you in the next coming rounds. And Premac, you are up.
Okay. Seeing this one actually striking out at Neve now. Looking over, Dove's got clearly dispatching them pretty easy. I'm going to let go of the one, number 1, and turn to face number 4 between us. It might not see, but Neve would see the... as he suddenly regurgitates a bunch of disgusting bile onto his claws.
Yeah.
There's this horrible sound like a cat retching.
Gross.
I would like to use my bonus action to apply poison to my claws.
Okay.
So my next attack would have poison if it hits, and I will attack number 4.
You're gonna attack number 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go for it.
A 13.
13's not gonna hit.
You have inspiration. Bardic inspiration.
Oh, I do! I will add a d8 to that. Thank you.
Are they
I'm just gonna tell you right now, no matter what you roll in the d8, you're gonna hit.
Okay, great. Excellent. Well, that's a 2. I got it. So
Yeah, no, you hit.
All right, so the damage would be 8 from the claws, and if they're susceptible to poison, 10 poison damage.
18
they
points
have
of damage.
Oh, sorry. They get to do a. I think they get to do a DC. Do they get to do a DC? Oh no,
To resist?
no, it's not.
I think your poison is just poison.
Yeah, and it ignores resistances.
Yeah, because you use up your bonus action to do it.
Nice.
So yeah, you slice into this thing. It is looking not pleased.
Actually, it does need to make a DC 14 con save, just to determine if it's
Ooh.
poisoned.
A 14?
The condition, yeah.
It got a 13.
So it would have disadvantage on attacks going forward.
Okay, disadvantage on attacks for this guy. Cool.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
will
my
remember that.
second attack will slice out with my claws for a 19,
Yup.
which would do another 10 damage.
How would you like to do this?
Perfect. So I get the stuff on my hands and I grab one claw, just comes around and grabs it around the throat and starts to crush. And the other hand is going to try to rip off this fascinating garment on their head. I want this. And I'd like to take the hat, which is its head. I just want the hat part though. I want to rip that off because I need a new hat.
Premax channeling the face stealing dogs.
Yes. Pretty much, you get your claws like up under its like sort of rounded nose, and you just you skin this thing as you rip parts of its face off. It doesn't come off clean, and now it's kind of like sizzling because you're covered in poison. As you just rip it off, and this thing just drops.
Thank you. I'll just pull it on as best I can.
These things are small, so you have to like stretch it, and it is like tearing. It doesn't look good.
I will have to inspect this material later because it's unique.
Yeah.
It's unique. I've never seen material that grows like this before.
The thing they're like,
Yeah. Fuck. I love
That is my turn.
this thing was like, you're on the wrong side, and now its face is just gone.
Still staring at Neve from his forehead, kind of thing.
Yeah, it was like a long look as this thing fell, and then it just down. All right, yeah, this thing's gone. There's only two left. Cool. Oh, but I have two of you down so far. All right, Dove, you are up. Unless Primac, there was any other actions.
No, that my bonus in action. That's it.
Okay. All right, Dove, you are up. You have number 3 right in front of you.
Yes. I think I just almost paused for a moment as I watched that happen now. First it was the tub. Now he's taken one of them as clothing.
I think everyone's paused and just watched that happen as like Primac like rises from the tub and just tears his face off, and everyone's just like,
My first moment is just kind of poking the one that I'm fighting and being like, get a load of that.
Yeah.
And then continuing the fight.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. And I'm going to just go ahead and just slice him. Say, hopefully I can make things quicker. Unless you want me to give you to my friend.
A threat.
Yes. That'll be a 19 on the first.
Yep, that'll hit.
I'll roll the next one as well. A 8. Ooh, natural 1. On the next one. And then my bonus action is a 14.
A 14 will hit.
Okay, just hits. Cool. Okay. So the first one, 9 points of damage.
Okay, 9 points of damage.
The next one, oh my god.
Jesus. 7 points of damage.
7 points on the next one.
Oh my god.
And,
Jonathan.
yeah, and then
The sheer audacity of what you've just done. Yeah, you hit this thing twice. It's not happy, but it's...
Yeah. My birds are just gonna, since they can't pick these guys up, they're just too darn heavy. They're just gonna start pecking.
Okay.
And it just says you take 1d6 piercing damage. It doesn't say it says once I hit it with an attack,
Okay,
it
yeah.
takes damage up.
You've hit it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
roll that 1d6.
They'll follow my glaive down like they've been trained to, and just come in afterwards into the wound that I created and just into it.
Yeah. All right.
And
Go ahead and
that's
roll
a
me that
D6.
damage.
Nice! 6.
6 damage, max damage. We'd love to see that. Yeah, it is not happy. All right. Next up is number 1's turn, which just witnessed the absolutely horrifying murder of its friend. That is now being worn by Premac. And it is going to ignore the sirens behind me. It's just gonna attack Premac because it is not happy about its friend. An 18.
Hits. Yes.
You're gonna take 9 points of damage on that one.
Ooh, another hit.
A 17.
That hits. That's my armor class.
6 damage.
Yeah.
And a 24. Finally,
Ooh.
someone hits all of their attacks.
Oh, yeah. This is
And
hurting
you're
real
gonna
bad.
take 10 damage.
This hurts. Yeah.
When these things hit, they hurt. This is a deadly encounter.
This is the one that I first
Um,
saw that I let it go. Ah.
Yeah. That is its action. It's just throwing everything it has against you. Next up is Neith.
How hurt do these two remaining monstrosities look?
The one that's attacking Premac looks like it's bleeding pretty heavily, but the one that's attacking Dove looks like it's hurt more.
Do they both look like
It's the
reasonably
difference of like
damaged?
5 hit points between them.
I'm not asking like picking between them. I'm asking like just in general how damaged do they look compared to like when they first started.
Oh yeah, they're not looking good.
Okay.
They're definitely not
Then-
looking good.
I will back off from Premac wearing one of them on his head, and I will hop off the cart and go for the one with Dove.
Okay.
And I will take a rapier poke at it.
Yeah,
Are
absolutely.
we
Go for it.
flanking?
Yes, you can flank. You are now on
Cool.
the same plane. You can flank.
Hell yes. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll that
Cool.
damage.
That is going to be 8 points of damage, and I'm going to do defensive flourish. So I
Yes.
add a d8 of damage,
Go for it.
7 points of damage to that.
Nice. It
And
is looking
I add
fucked.
that number. I add that number to my AC as well. So my
Ooh.
AC
Okay.
is now 23.
Whoo, whoo, whoo. Yes. Yes, sirree. That
And
is
I'm going to
excellent.
take my offhand dagger attack. 2.
Go for it.
Come on.
23
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
for another 6 points of damage.
This thing, you have sliced into it, taken with your offhand, stabbed it like right in the spine as this thing is like and turns to look at you, and it looks like it's gonna fall to one knee. It looks fucked up. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. That one's
Action,
dead.
bonus action.
This one is up. It is on its like last legs, and it looks at you, and it looks at Dove, and it's
Who's on
not
the
sure
wrong
which
side
one.
now?
This one has no idea that its comrade said that, and it's like,
No, but I'm still saying it.
and it looks between you and goes, "I'll take one of you with me," and is gonna attack. I'm just gonna flip a coin. No. Where's my? All right. 1 for Dove. 2 for Neve. That's a 1. We're going for Dove. All right. A 1.
Oh.
A 20, not a nat. It's gonna hit you. 9 points of damage.
Oh, not looking great. Not looking great at all, boys.
Last attack.
Okay.
A 3! All right. Yeah. That's its, it did its 3 attacks, and it only hit you once. That's my luck. All right. It's trying to take you out, but that is its turn. That one's dead. We get back to the top of the order as things are moving here. Raven turns and is pointing the guards at your direction. One of them, can he get up? Yeah, he can come up and he's gonna get on the other side of number 1. Yeah, he's gonna get on the other side of number 1. He can just do a basic attack. He's gonna help you out, Premac. Okay. He does hit. It's real close. He is not great at this. He's gonna do... He only does 3 damage, but it's 3 damage.
Okay.
And looks at you and says, this is the older guard who is helping Neve as Tristan, and is like, he's positioned himself so that if you'd want to flank, you can. He's a strategist more than anything else. And that's his turn. A couple of the other guards are a little further away. They can't get up immediately, but they're going to try and get as close as they can. And Premac, it's your turn.
Can I jump down between, like, basically where I am here, or would I, if I want to jump down, do I need to be here, or can I jump down here?
No, I'll move things back so you can fit your token down there. Yeah, you can just drop down.
Okay. I'll drop down there, and I will make 2 attacks at this guy in front of me.
Number 1, awesome.
With my new hat. Oof. Yeah, that's a 10.
Some blood gets in your eyes. It's just like dripping.
I ripped his face off.
You flanking with the guard?
Oh, right.
Oh yeah,
you
you
said I
are
could
flanking.
flank?
Yeah, you're flanking.
Time.
Do that again.
20.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Thank you, Dove.
I didn't remember, and I just said it.
11 damage. Yeah, me too. 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay, it's bleeding, actively bleeding.
All right, I'll do one more attack. Double. Oh no, 9 and a 6. 17 total.
17's gonna hit.
For a total of 9 damage.
It's looking pretty fucked.
Okay. My tail has 10. No, I can only pull if they're at 10 feet. Never mind. Bonus action. I don't think I have anything with my bonus action I can do right now. Just double checking that. Oh, right. I'm an Echo Knight. I totally forgot. I've got an Echo.
We've gone this entire fight without you using your Echo.
Yep, totally. You know, it's been a few months, guys. It's been a while.
It has been a few months. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, no,
I want you guys to remember your classes.
I just didn't go to the bonus action section. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I will stay right where I am.
Okay.
Just kind of hissing at this thing.
Yeah. You've been using your other bonus actions so well, honestly. Didn't really matter.
The tail one I knew. The tail I knew.
Yeah. All right. Dove.
I mean, in that sort of same vein, like, I haven't used any of my other ranger abilities, but I did remember my birds, which is better than I usually do in normal combat before that. So it's a mix of both worlds here.
Yeah.
Right. Ouch. that hurt. But yes, you hurt me, and I don't appreciate that. So I will return the favor and stab him.
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh gosh, a natural 1 on the first
No.
attack. Wait. Are we flanking? We are flanking.
You're flanking.
You're flanking.
You got the flanking. Gosh, I gotta remember that one too as well.
For your advantage.
Roll again. Wow. 11.
No, not gonna hit.
First one was not meant to be.
First one was just, it wasn't there.
Yes, the birds are getting in the way, and I'm like, stop, no, stop. I'm gonna don't want to stab you.
Oats and jerky are just flying around your head like, oh, sorry.
Oats and jerky.
I remember the bird names.
Oh my gosh.
Bird names?
Oats and jerky. There's a nacho, and...
No, I remember nacho. I don't remember oats and jerky.
Oh, Oats is the little owl.
They were the birds. Yeah, Oats is the little owl that was gonna go help Tristan eventually. Jerky
Oh,
was
okay.
the hawk, falcon that you showed him the first time.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite bird.
All right.
I rolled another one, but also a 14 on my next one.
Yeah, that
So-
will hit.
Yeah. 21 in all.
Yes,
with the
do your
additions.
damage. I have a feeling, no matter what you roll,
7?
yeah, how would you like to do this?
Nice.
What? What?
Another one?
Another one.
Perfect. Go. Do another strength check for me just to
Yeah.
see how far this one goes.
I'm trying to get further this time.
Yeah. Oops. That was-
A 1. And I got an 8. I think it just kind of goes splat right beside us.
You flip it
Get in
and
the
it just
way.
goes. It just like it's almost like you do it, but you almost hit yourself in the face, and you're like,
I flick it
I
into
miscalculated.
Neve, like, like just into.
I don't want to do damage because these things are heavy as fuck.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm gonna say
Never
it
mind.
gets- it's just kicking Neve in the chin, and so like Neve has to like back up, or else its boots are gonna just like clock them, and it just flips over and just lands in a thud right behind you.
Oh, that was cooler the first time. Sorry.
All right.
I do still have a bonus action, so I'm gonna do a little roll out of this awkward situation over this one. And just with my final bonus action, just knock this guy in the side of the head. And if I hit, my birds will come with me and
Ooh.
peck him.
Okay.
So
go for it.
we might get something good here. 19 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
And 7 points of damage with my pole arm glaive.
That will finish him.
Nice.
And the birds come in for another 6 points just cause.
Yeah,
Um,
you slash him, and it just like it almost takes his head off. It's like lolling off, and before anyone can really grasp the fact that you nearly decapitated this thing, your birds come in and just lift the body and take it off.
Yes, finally.
Yeah, they're a little late to the party, but they got the spirit now. They figured it out.
There we
And that is all enemies dead, and we're now out of combat. I think if we'd like to take a 10-minute break here, so we can do a washroom break, grab some water. We probably don't have too much longer in the session, but I want to wrap up this post-combat. So we'll see you in 10 minutes.
Alrighty.
Cordially Invited, where our trio has just survived. Two of them by the skin of their teeth. I was just looking at those hit points. Whew. So you are now in the aftermath of this fight. Less bodies now because Dove just flung one into the woods. One is kind of mushed on the ground. One is faceless. Premac is still wearing the stretched out face of another. It's a little, that. It's good. It's like starting to slide off because it's not meant to be worn like that on someone whose head is bigger than these things.
It's not meant to be worn.
Yeah, it's not. Well, yeah, it's meant to be lived. It was part of its face. And as you all sort of like realize that these things are dead and it's fine, there are the 3 guards who came out to assist. There's some like other commotion as people are poking their heads out of their tents to see what happened. A Raven is coming back over to join you guys now that the fighting is not happening. And that is where we pick back up. What would you like to do in the aftermath of this?
Well, what was that?
I'm gonna walk up and just like take the thing off Premac's head.
It squelches.
Very carefully and put it on the ground.
Yeah.
That is unique. Needs a little bit of work, I think, but I think I perhaps could. I've never seen. You have wool, perhaps, that will grow on something. All kinds of materials that will grow on other animals, but nothing that is its skin.
I think that was its face, Premac.
It doesn't need it anymore.
Premac, I know we encountered face-stealing dogs. I don't think that means you should start emulating them.
What if I make it into, like, a nice little handbag or something?
There's no buts. There's just don't take faces.
Well, that's a new one in the world of combat and also in textiles. I wasn't aware of that rule.
It's definitely not a new one in textiles. Combat is one thing. I'm talking about taking it into textiles, like wearing it. You're a tailor. You should know this.
It's a unique material. I thought perhaps. All right, that's fine. If it's uncomfortable, I will not pursue it.
Neve, you would see over Premac's shoulder the older guard who had been nice to you while you were Tristan.
Yeah.
He's still holding a sword, but he's like watching all of this, like.
Oh my gosh! Don't worry about it. It's just a joke. Don't worry.
He like
I'm gonna like start pushing
clearly
Premac back into the tub.
Yeah, he's just like, what? Is everything fine now?
It looks like they're all dead now. Yes, we killed them all. It was a surprise attack, it seems. I don't know where from or who, but these creatures popped up, they attacked us, and now they're dead.
All right. I'm gonna send some of my men on patrol. Stay in the camp.
Okay.
Don't leave the camp. And he's gonna turn and Neve, what's your passive? I remember Premax is 11. 14?
Yes. I would actually like to, if I can, clock Corky?
Cochrane. The prince called him Corky. His name's Corcoran. You actually make a perception check for me then, if you're specifically looking for Corcoran.
Yeah. 10.
Okay, it wasn't a hard check.
Okay.
So you are looking around, and there's guards that have come out. Corcoran's not out there.
Okay.
It does not seem like he's left the tent.
Okay.
Yes. So you have a hand.
Yes. Excuse me, teacher. Could I do a what the fuck is going on check, because I was in the woods and then I ran out of the woods and then this was happening. So I would like to just look around and just try to like gauge everybody. I'm not good at this. This is not my forte, but I would just like to gauge everybody's faces and just the general surroundings and try to figure out what may have happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Oh, 19. That was cool. That was quite good for me. It was 17 plus 2.
What was the total?
19.
19. Okay, yeah, you look around, and so you came back in, there was a fight, a lot of stuff happened, and as you're kind of surveying everything, guards are out and around, they're kind of starting to mill off, and they're the older guard is like starting to point them off in directions to patrol around the camp to make sure everything's fine. You do see Tristan, who had made it back to his tent. He's with his bow and he kind of looks over at you and nods. He's looking very concerned, but he gets sent off to do a patrol. And like you see, I think you saw the mark on the cart before. You see that most of everything that has happened has centered around your cart. And what else were you looking for in this?
Just trying to gauge faces. Does anyone look not surprised, or there was a mark on our cart and it seems to be activated or something? So can I spot the activator, or possibly like somebody who's like, damn, that didn't work, shucks? That expression?
Yeah, as you're looking around, you can see a lot of people are looking really concerned. Couple guards are looking pretty drunk still. Not sure that it's best that they're going off and doing this patrol. Some of the princess's guards are going out. Dane has not come out of the tent. Everyone looks kind of like a little either shaken or now like a lot of energy because a fight just happened, even if they didn't participate in it. They're kind of like, okay, we're a little jazzed. No one's looking. You also don't see, well, you didn't see Corcoran before, but you don't see anyone who's just like watching it all. A Raven doesn't look happy. You do see him going over and like looking at the bodies of these creatures. And he's sort of just like, he's peering down at them and sort of nudging them with his boot. But you don't clock anyone who's out there visibly watching the aftermath.
All right. Then I will just take a seat on the cart and begin for 1 minute casting primeval awareness.
Okay, how far do you get on primeval awareness?
We are in the forest, which is my favorite terrain, so 6 miles. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Solid. Can you just drop to me in our channel the list of all the shit that you can detect so that I can just go down my list?
While Dove is doing that, Premac would be pretty focused on the fact that these things were right by his tub, and they came out from under it. Can I like investigate in and around the tub to see if there's any sort of like markings? Did they come from a portal of some sort? Did they somehow teleport there? Can I like look for markings or burn marks or even inspect the creatures a bit, investigate them to see?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
What's a good one? 24.
24. Yeah, you start like as Dove is sort of taking stock of everything. Apologies. Long day. You kind of circle your tub, you circle the cart, and you see the mark where it was like down near the bottom of the cart where that marking had been swiped. It almost looks like a burn. Like something ignited. And with the 24, you see like a line as it goes under the cart. And if you'd like to, you can go to the cart and follow it.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Okay.
I
Under
wouldn't
the
be
cart,
trying to be stealthy about it either. Just
no,
investigating.
you like crouch down, you look at the bird mark, you scrabble under the cart, and under the cart you follow that line to basically under your tub. There's a hole that has sort of been eaten away at. It looks like you can't tell here if the burn did it, because there's just scratch marks, like something has clawed its way out or ripped parts of this wood away, and has now made a hole where you can see the bottom of your tub. And with a 24, you would also see, almost surrounding that, there's like a fading little bit of light from something seemingly magical.
Who do I remember? Did I remember that it was Neve who detected magic last time? I think it was. I will call to Neve. If you could join me for a moment.
Sure.
And
Anna, quit. As I kneel down
sorry.
by the cart.
Sorry, that's a Scott mix-up, right?
Yeah,
Other names.
The guards are not actually around you anymore. They've gone off to patrol. It's just a raven. Yeah, it's just a raven.
Yeah.
You'll see him kind of like licking this burnt hole, trying to taste to determine what it is, but licking it and be like, there's.
Premac.
You detected this. I imagine is tied to the other thing we found earlier. I wonder if perhaps it's the same magic.
Premac, as you're saying this, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Because you're licking it.
Yeah, I'm 11. How else do I investigate it?
No, that's a fair question. Let me. You're gonna take 4 damage as you lick this, and you're talking, and as you're talking, it's like half your mouth feels numb and very cold. Like it's like you've just smushed half your face into a freezer almost, and like the side of your tongue is numb as you take 4 points of damage.
This hole went down the hill before, and now I think it climbs from something on the side of the path. This might be one of the little things keep up with the red hats. The red heads.
Long pause.
Trying really hard to just focus on my spell.
Premac, I'm gonna need you to stop doing things.
No boundaries on that. Just
I need you to stop doing things.
Can I see how does Mana look in this moment? Do you look like really serious?
She looks like. Oh, she looks like just dead stare, like completely expressionless, just like a little bit defeated, just completely like, why do things keep happening to you? First the curse, now this. I'm just gonna cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to gently push Premac out from underneath the cart and just stay for a moment. I'm gonna look. Stay.
I can do that.
Promise?
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna sit down and try to sit down on one of the dead things so I can try to grab one of the red hats again. But sitting on it while
Yeah.
Mana's busy.
I'm gonna crawl back underneath the cart and look at the hole. I'll detect magic.
Yeah. You learn the school of magic, right?
Yes.
As you detect magic, you are getting a fading sense as this light sort of slowly goes away of conjuration magic, and
Okay.
it like a tiny blip of what you would you immediately go, oh, that's abjuration magic, and then like you realize looking at Premac and like as that feeling sort of washes over you, detecting magic, it feels really wrong. The conjuration just seems like conjuration, but that little bit of abjuration feels like it feels like you're having a like someone's walked over your grave almost. And you feel a tug in your pocket. And Uli's little smush face again goes, it's bad magic. Bad magic.
Feels
Bad
bad.
magic. It's very, very bad. Very bad.
Where does it come
Don't
from?
like it. Oh, it's her magic. It's bad magic.
Her? Right. Okay.
He just like makes faces like it almost looks like he's trying to say something, but his mouth won't move.
Okay.
Her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna crawl out from underneath the cart and just do like a survey around the camp, see if there's anything else that glows that I pick up.
Yeah, you do a circle around the camp.
I'm just gonna like
you
walk
get-
around the cart and look over the camp.
Yeah, there's a couple like items that ping that you felt before as you've detected magic around the camp. You get a weird flash of magic from a raven that, as wrong as the abjuration magic felt to you, this one is
Yeah.
like, ooh, that's familiar. In a very like you don't have a name for it. You have no idea. Like you've never actually felt that magic before, but it feels familiar. At a level you haven't felt before, really. And then it's gone. Like he's doing something as he's like poking around the bodies, and then it stops, and he like looks up at you and is like, "You okay? You look very bad. It's blood."
Yeah, it's a rough fight. They got me knives.
Yes, I'm not a healer, so I can't really help you in this situation.
Okay, I'm okay. As long as we don't get attacked again, I'm fine.
Yes, that is a concern.
What have you picked up on anything?
He looks down at the bodies and he looks back up at you and goes, No, I have not.
Me neither.
He like nods at you. There's no need to insight that. He's just like, same page. And like later when we're not out in the open.
Yeah.
And that's the only other weird magic you get. Because what's the range on that? 10 feet?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Oh.
30 feet. How far? Where do you go? Like, do you do the whole circle around this, or do you just go around?
No, I'm not gonna go far. Probably.
Do you just do like up to the middle campfire there?
Yeah, probably like around the cart and here, let me do a little pointer thing.
You can right click and hold it, and it'll do a pointer.
Probably just kind of like this.
Okay. Yeah, so 30 feet from. Woo, but 30 feet from there will get you. As you go 30 feet, and as you hit like right about here, off in the direction of this tent, which you saw Corcoran, like that's the tent that he is in.
Yeah.
You get I gotta look up the School of Magic. I really should have this better. I know you guys use detect magic all the time. You get a ping of evocation.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. Like, you don't hear anything, you don't see anything, you just get a ping.
Does
of
it seem
evocation.
to be fading, or is it lingering? I'll pause by the campfire and kind of act like I'm, I don't know, surveying the woods or whatever to see if it stays around.
As you get there and you stand there, it feels active, and then it fades, and it's active again, and then it's out.
Ooh.
It's like a whoo, whoo, out.
And then it stays out?
And it stays out.
Okay. Noted. Moving on. I will go back to pre-Mac.
Okay.
Did you stay put? Oh, sorry. Dove, what are you up to?
Could I have my... It only took a minute to do the spell. If
Yes, your list, you get you've pinged Faye multiple times now. You get the sense that there are dryads in the woods.
Yep.
I'm going to say you feel about 12 dryads that are kind of spaced out. They're not close. Not all of them are close. A few of them are. There's about 3 ones who are spaced out within a mile of you, and then the rest of them are kind of spread out over the 6. You get a slight sense of aberration.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, I should say the bodies ping Faye.
Okay.
They seem really wrong, Faye. Like, you've picked up on Faye before. This is like, ugh, it feels gross to you. And then as like you think past that, you do get a little blip of aberration. Does it tell you where it is, or just the direction?
No. Does not tell me where. I don't think.
Okay.
Just if they're within 6, if it's within 6 miles, and that's it. But no exact location.
Okay. Yeah. Then you know that there was aberration, and it's shrinking, gone.
Okay. Then when Neve is coming back, I'll get up off of the cart and join Mac and Neve in the conversation there.
Did pre-Mac stay put?
So as you come back, Premac had a few moments of like, perfect, I can take one of the other things, sits down on it and goes, I just promised to sit here. Fuck. And pushes the dead thing away from him with his tail. It gets like 10 feet away at the moment and just sits there calmly. Just, what did you discover?
Interesting
Both of you.
thing. Interesting things.
As well, I as well did. Interesting discoveries, indeed.
Let's go somewhere where we're not going to be overheard. And I'll look around for a raven.
Yeah, a raven is like over by one of the tents. It looks like it might fit all of you. It seems to be his. And like he is standing in the doorway, like with the tent flap open, like looking over his shoulder at you, like.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna usher the other 2 towards him.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to call down a little brown bird. Beans, I need you to sit outside and
What was the name?
Beans.
Beans.
Yes. Sit outside this tent and watch. Make sure if anyone gets near, I need you to do your little song, please. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Bean kind of twitters at you and sits on one of the like posts outside the tent and will alert you should anything approach.
And I will head on inside with everyone.
Yeah. You guys head inside. You quickly realize as soon as you enter, it's a lot bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. This looks like this is some sort of magical doing, and it seems very comfortable in here. There's like some candlelight. The candles are like floating high above your heads. There's lots of pillows. Some like scattered tapestries where you're like trying to see what they say and look like, but it almost like it's shifting. You can't totally focus your eyes on it. There's like a table set up in one of the corners, and a raven immediately goes to it, opens a bottle, takes a swig, and puts it down and looks at you and goes, "Well,
Are you sharing?
Sure." Just hands you the bottle.
Jason.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We've been sleeping in bedrolls, and you've been here.
Yes. I'm a wizard.
Is any of this? Is it the tapestries and the everything? Is it real or is it just magical?
They're here.
Yes.
Does
I
it
suppose
matter if they're real?
Well, did somebody weave this? Pointing at the closest fabric, or was this, just?
Oh no, the fabric is very real.
Lovely.
The thread is not.
Oh.
Well, we have some findings.
Yes.
What did you find on the bodies?
Well, number one, they shouldn't be here. They were banished nearly a century ago. Should not be on this plane of existence.
Oh, like...
the little cretins were creations of one of the nastier of the Unseelie Court. They've been vermin in our hair, well, during the war and after it. They're quite hard to track down. They're very quick, very strong. But I thought we kicked out the last of them. Oh God, 50 years ago?
That's why they felt so wrong. They felt fey, but they felt like dirty fey.
Yes.
Yeah, there was something with a hole under the cart that felt like that too.
Yes.
Not right.
Well, let's just say the creature that made them. It's rather unpleasant, so not very surprised that it from magic should feel so gross. What did you find?
Why would they be summoned on our cart?
I don't know. Have you pissed anyone off lately?
You?
Well, correct. However, I have no intention of killing you.
Of course.
We're on the same side.
Insight
He's not looking
check.
at Premac. Yeah, he's not looking at Premac while he says this.
I'm gonna can I insight check?
Yeah, you can insight check him.
All right, I'm gonna get this one. Oh yeah, as a 5.
Yeah, you get the sense that he is absolutely telling the truth. You don't know why he might be upset. It seems like he's over it.
I respect your forgiving attitude. Yes, but
Very forgiving. No long memories here.
Anyways, I also detected what's he said? Conjuration?
an abjuration.
You felt
got
gross abjuration. This is DM reminding you, you felt conjuration and a really gross feeling abjuration.
Right. Oh yeah, abjuration. And then evocation from the tent.
Evocation from Corky's tent.
Yes. Yes, there was evocation from the tent that kind of pulsed and disappeared.
Oh,
Yes.
did it? Speaking of disappearing, I felt a abyssal sense that was almost doing the same thing. It was disappearing. Aberration, I'd say it. Aberration. Yes, yes. They both start with A. It's basically the same.
That kind of day.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't planned on pulling the hells into this, but we can.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I literally have it written right in front of me, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's good.
different word. Aberration, and similar to the aberration sense that that I noticed in the clearing as well from over there.
That is concerning. It didn't feel fey.
No, not at all.
I mean, the Unseelie aren't known to be working with anything aberration, though they've been gone for what, however long.
well, there was that dryad that turned into something else. Maybe they've also turned into something else.
Oh, yes, a dryad changing is rather unheard of, though not out of the range of possibilities. But a full-on aberration from something fey seems unlikely. Most fey magic and aberrations do not mix well. There's a little bit of an animosity there.
Right.
Our magic's kind of... They don't mesh well. Salt water and fresh water, all that. But it is concerning.
Still water, though.
Still water, unfortunately. And if they're pulling things from another plane of existence, that is concerning, certainly. You seem to have made a very interesting enemy.
I do. I really want to look inside Cochrane's tent. I really want to look inside there.
Just checking a thing.
Really want to go poking around inside and see what's in there.
I could send a bird, but that's not going to do much.
Well, your bird can't tell you shit, Birdie.
Goodness, why all the animosity about they've been so helpful so far. They can tell me
It's
emotion.
not going to be able to tell you the emotions of the tent. That's not going to give you anything. We need to be there, Birdie.
It'll be the emotions of whoever resides in the tent.
What the fuck is that going to tell us? That's not going to tell us anything about evocation magic.
Well, if they feel spicy, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they...
Have you both ever told you anything about evocation magic? Ever?
Not specifically evocation magic, but I know if somebody's feeling...
Anything about magic? Ever?
Goodness, what is all of this magic hierarchy that you're putting on things? Why does it always be magic?
We need information about magic, Birdie.
Well, you know what? This is your problem. You never consider feelings. You never consider people's feelings in situations. That is a big...
Feelings. I'm talking about...
And Revan just is like...
You just
leans over to Premac, is like, do they do this often?
And he gets a big whiff of stink from Premac as Premac starts feeling super uncomfortable.
There's still tension. Should we break this up? I'm feeling very uncomfortable. You seem very sweaty.
It's probably for the best. Either I leave or they should stop. It's one of the two.
All right. Okay.
Listen, Birdie, I'm just saying, birds are the solution to everything. Sometimes we have to be there in person. You can't just send...
Stop. You're arguing about birds. Look. No. No. Stop. Let's all take a breath.
I'm perfectly calm.
You were screaming about birds and magic, so we're not gonna go with a lie. Neve. It's just like very quick saying of your name. And Raven just goes, look, I understand tensions are high. We did just get attacked. Well, you got attacked. I forgot that.
Yes, thanks for backing us up on that one.
Look, I'm not exactly cut out for combat in this form, so it's just, I'm sorry. Now, we still have a boar to hunt. We have a spirit of the forest to kill, and its magic to be released. So, you've made an enemy. Well, that's not certainly unheard of. A very interesting one, at least. You're not leading boring lives. However, you should probably maybe leave it for the evening. All three of you look rather... I'm not going to say bad, but unwell. So, perhaps a night of rest, aware that enemies are amidst our groups here.
You
We
know,
still have a job to do.
if a bird went around and could sense that somebody was angry, then we'd know the enemy. But of course, that's not
I think
the solution.
right now they're going to sense an immediate sort of anger right here, and I'm going to recommend that you two don't sleep near each other, just as a general rule.
Not like
Okay.
don't care.
All right. So, you're going to need rest. We still have to decide what to do in the morning.
Right, we do need to.
Oh yes, making green eggs and ham and all that.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
I better
it
begin
all...
eating.
What are you going to? What are you grabbing?
Are you eating to vomit? Is that what's happening right now?
That is the only way I could have
Okay.
procure the
awesome.
necessary ingredients. Yes.
It's a visual aid I didn't need. All right, can you do that not in here?
Yes.
All right. So Premac is going to consume things so that he can produce. We're just going to call it producing poison. Just call it that. For an early morning cookout.
Yes. Yes, how about
Okay.
we get up early and we make a big presentation, and instead of them, they're getting up early to do their whole thing, so they'll be up as well, and they're not going to be able to escape because we will be up as well, and we can just all have a big feast.
Okay.
Don't suppose you would have any magic to make it look just like to help out with making like the place around the meal look very fancy and inviting.
Yeah.
Like we can set out tables, and maybe Premac can help us with tablecloths, and then maybe we can add a little magic around to make it look especially nice and festive and inviting, so they definitely want to sit down and eat what we're preparing.
I think I can help in that scenario.
Wonderful.
We could do a little presentation, maybe. We do need to distract them from the fact that we will be eating a different meal than they have. So maybe 2 tables, separate tables.
Yes, that would be wise. Perhaps we can. Don't hit me for saying this. Maybe we could do a performance to keep them distracted and entertained.
Is there
While we serve them.
Yes, exactly. I'll even let your birds sit on me, if that makes you happy.
You were just talking about how much you hated my birds earlier, and now you're saying they are the solution.
How much I hate them.
Oh.
I was saying they weren't going to be useful for the problem at hand.
It sounds like they're quite useful for the problem at hand, which is this.
This is a different problem, Birdie.
Hmm.
If you want, I can do a whole ass performance myself.
Oh, I'm sure it would be
You stop.
glorious. Stealing my act and all that. Obviously, it'd be good.
I did
Because it's
better
mine.
than you did.
Because you would, if somebody goes first and does the whole thing, then me going second, I have to, like, it just doesn't seem as good because somebody else already did it. That's the only reason. It would have been much better if anyway, fine.
And I went
We'll do a
first.
performance and I'll prove to you that I'm fucking amazing, alright? How about that? Yes?
All right, so you're gonna
Oh,
do a show beautifully and certainly be distracting. I can already
Yes.
see the distraction that's going to happen.
They won't
I
take their
was
ass off.
just saying we could do it together. Like
You know-
old times, but whatever.
It's fine. We can, yes, it'll be, if you do the whole, we can do the whole thing where, and then it'll be fine. Yes, it'll be bigger that way. It's,
Yes.
All right, I'm just gonna caution both of you. This doesn't seem like teamwork is making the dream work entirely. Just perhaps think about that before, we execute a plan that could potentially mean the end of a form of magic on the northern half of this continent
And just-
that is protecting it from forces of evil.
and we did it separately. You say that I'm stealing your act or whatever. When I was the one that did it first. When we were working together, that was what I did, and you managed the birds.
are you saying that you'd, how can it be your act when literally half of it was my birds and me? It's not your act. It was our act, really. It's not really. If this is what you want to say, it's nobody's act at this point. It's just gone. It's really nobody has claim on anyway. If that is the
Wait.
best act that was ever
I'm
made, so if
just
we are going to distract,
saying.
that's the one to do.
I'm
'Cause-
just saying that I never stopped doing what I was doing in terms of fight dancing on the stage. That was always what I did. Always. Even when we worked together. You can't say I stole it from you because that's always what I did. You just happened to be around me when we did it together.
Well, you take new faces so quickly. I would assume you could take a new act just as quickly, but apparently you are stuck in your old ways, at least for that one thing.
I mean, you still have your
Um,
fucking birds. You're one to talk.
Yes, because at least I have consistency, and I uphold the things that I present to people. I present myself as bird person, and I have birds. Wow, look at that. What are you, really? Anyway, as what's his face just said, we are supposed to do a presentation. So we will do the presentation, and everyone will be enraptured by the presentation, eat their fucking eggs, and shit themselves, and it will be wonderful. So
Great.
let's just
Yes, great.
have
Yes.
at it.
Awesome. I can see this is going to go swimmingly. A very fun vibe that we've created in my tent right now.
I just imagined it like watching a tennis match where their eyes are just like back and forth.
Take the bottle from a rabbit and just chug it again.
That could be yours. I have more.
Really?
It's fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
You seem to need it more than I do, dear.
Yes.
Also, he leans over to Premac. It's just like, do you deal with that a lot?
Usually I've been putting my head under the water in the tub.
That does seem preferable. It muffles the fighting.
You've been in the tub, you understand. It's very comforting.
We're not going to talk about my time in the tub. All right, moving on. So, sounds like you all have a lot to work out on the details of your car speeds by outside the tent. The details of your performance. So Premac will prepare some poison. We can help cook. You will do a performance and distract. And I'm just going to ask. And he's like looking right at you, Neve. We're not going to do anything foolish for the rest of the evening.
Foolish how?
Foolish like sneaking in to a human's tent in the middle of the night after a rather large unseelie attack. And doing anything wrong. Okay?
I promise I will not go into Kokri's tent tonight.
Vroom.
Yeah, there's a whoop. This one,
Happy?
doing. What would this be? Arcana or Insight?
Oh,
Either one.
Insight, please.
Yeah, that's fine. Insight works.
I'm much better at that. I'm not. That's a 10.
It's okay. It wasn't a very high DC. As you feel this promise lock into place, it feels heavier than any other promise you've made before. Like you've done your fair share of like making promises, and like sort of exploring that.
Well, I started doing this like 2 days ago, so.
Well, you've now seen the both sides of making promises and being the receiver of a promise.
There, yeah.
This before it's kind of like you have a thread, you have a solid lead on whoever it is, like Premac making the promise to you and you making the promise to Uli. This one is like a vice grip on the back of your neck.
Gotcha.
And a raven looks at you and goes, "Good. I take promises very seriously."
I understand, which is why I just made you one for tonight.
Please be aware, the consequences for breaking my promises are a little different.
I'm gathering. I really am just intending to go and pass out. I would love to do some tomfoolery, but I am not in a great shape, so.
All right. Until the sun comes up, no tomfoolery.
Bird's
It's
gonna
kind of the
give
definition of evening. Yes?
just a heavy eye roll at the thing that just happened, the big promise, because idiot, why would you do that? Thinking. And are we done here? Is that all? We are going to cook
Yes,
in the morning.
Deirdre, we're quite done.
Bird's just gonna walk out.
Cool. Here, cork pop as Raven is opening another bottle of wine.
She's just gonna like
Um,
pull a tapestry down on her way out.
It just, you pull it and it like crumbles and then floats back up.
Fuck. Continue.
If Premac could, he'll be the last one to leave,
Yeah,
and
we
I
will
will
head out.
Okay.
I will stop after people have headed out, and we'll turn back to a Raven, and we'll just Premac, as much as he does not like catch his wisdom being low and insight being low, charisma being fairly low, and he's intelligent, and so he watches for things and he can analyze things. And he's been thinking about what Aravan said, and he turns back and he says, "You are right. Perhaps there is an enemy out there, and they did mark our card. And he tries to gentle himself down a little bit because he knows he can come off a little. If I was able to pick up on the unique arrangement and relationship that you have with those around you, others may have as well. I just caution that perhaps the mark was not, the enemy is not hunting us. We are nearby if you need us.
I appreciate that. However, I don't think a passing painter collects anyone's attention at all. But I appreciate the offer of support. He's like trying very hard to be nice in this moment. You can see it on his face that he's like, and if you also need assistance.
Oh, I'm sure we can take care of ourselves just fine. It's your small bones that I've been worried about. I did measure you. You need to put a little bit of weight on, obviously. Worry not. And turns and walks out.
As you turn and walk out, give me a perception check.
Sure.
What an incredible thing to say as the person who outed him.
Oh, a 5?
5.
As you turn and walk out, there's like almost like a light behind you as you open and close the flap. But that's it. You don't know anything. You don't notice anything else. There's just a light. It is
Don't know if I just dodged a lightning bolt or if I was going to be shown something lovely. No idea.
Yeah, got no idea. Now with a 5. All right. Are you all headed to bed?
I'm gonna do one thing before I go to bed, and yes. I have a feeling Neve is too.
Yes.
I will just. Mine's pretty quick, probably. Just fuming. Just going to go off. I know why we were told not to leave the camp, so I cannot leave. But I will get as far away as I can without technically leaving.
Okay.
And I want to sit, make myself a little nest per se of leaves, and have the birds all collect around me. And we're just going to have a moment. And I'm going to just do a little. Animal friendship is technically only one creature, but like I'm kind of like I target like a swarm in general, and it's mostly just like a calming, like I'm just gonna cast a spell as like a everyone let's chat kind of thing. Just gonna expend the spell slot. And just kind of, well, as you can see, today did not go well. I appreciate everyone, and you did very well in training, but we do need to step it up in battle situations because there will be more of these. And I do appreciate your help, but try to really give it your all next time. And maybe the intense training earlier probably took a lot out of you. So maybe we'll calm down on that later. But all of that aside, I appreciate your work. And I just want to give a little warning about tomorrow. We will be doing our old performance again. Those of you who are new haven't done it yet, but those of you who have been here for a while should know it well. You can just follow the leaders and all. You all know each other. If you sense I am a little tense, just that's just how it's going to be. Try not to take anything from it and all of that. All right. Try to get good sleep tonight. It's going to be a big day tomorrow, everyone. And I'm just going to settle down and just try to like meditate with the forest for a little bit, and if see what happens for the rest of the evening, and just try to be at peace. Try to.
Steve!
Yep. I'm going to follow a few moments later out of the tent. I'm going to watch where Dove goes. I'm going to follow her quietly, a few paces back. I'm going to see her like sit down and start to meditate and kind of like, maybe I should give her some time. And then I realized I'm like kind of close. And so I cast invisibility on myself
Oh, no.
and just like disappear for a minute and just kind of like invisibly sit in the grass, maybe like 10 feet away and just hang out while she like talks to her birds and let her cool off. And she finishes her conversation with the birds. And I let her sit for another like 5 to 10 minutes. I'm like fidgeting the whole time, pulling blades of grass, trying to be as quiet as possible. And I'll drop invisibility. Dove?
What? I was at peace. I was peaceful.
Were you at peace?
The most peace I can get when you're in the general vicinity, yes. But no longer. Where the fuck did you come from?
I've been here. I followed you from the tent.
And you like shapeshift into rocks now? Or
What?
can you like shapeshift into like trees and rocks now? Is that like I didn't see.
No, I can just disappear.
Fantastic. It's not like you couldn't do that already. Yeah, bro.
Look, I'm sorry for shitting on your birds.
Yes.
I know they're important to you, and you do a lot of work with them, and a lot of it is very good.
It's yes. I mean, it's all very good. No, I mean all of it. Yes. Yes. Is there a catch? What is the catch? What is the but? I sense it. I sense there's a but.
There isn't a but. I realize I said maybe too many mean things about your birds in the tent back there, and I am sorry.
All right. Well, yes, you good. It's accepted or whatever you're supposed to say.
Good. I also realize that we have to get along, and it's driving everyone else in the party nuts, and we should work on that.
Well, it takes two to tango and all that, but I suppose I'm one of those. I don't. I'm still mad at you. If that's not obvious.
About what? You're mad about a lot of things.
Yes. Well, the main thing is the leaving me in the woods. That's the main one, really. That was really rude. You don't just abandon your partner in the woods with literally nothing and steal their cart and all.
I left you the
Horses.
car. I just took the
Yes. Sorry. Apologies. Mixed it up. Yes, took the horses. My favorite horses.
They're fine. They're living out happy lives.
That could have been with me. What's happier than being with me?
Birdie, if they were
Anyway.
with you, they would still be on the road. Right now, they're
Yes.
eating themselves silly on luscious green fields.
What is better than life on the road as a performer? I don't know. I think it'd be wonderful. Anyway, that's not what we were talking about. Still mad about that.
Well, I mean, how do you think I felt considering you don't like me? You freaked out.
Okay, that's a great misrepresentation of what happened. Yes, I did freak out, but it wasn't
Yes, you
because I
did.
don't. Yes, I will take that part.
Well,
Because
what was I supposed to think when you find out I'm a changeling and just lose your shit?
because you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me about it. Like, what? No, I don't know. I just thought you were a really good performer and all that, and you could do your whole
Birdie?
thing with.
We went to the bar one time and I went in without tits and I left with them.
Tissues or something or cloth. I don't know. I didn't know how you got them, but you just stick them in there. I can't see. I didn't see. You could have
What was
just
I
told
supposed
me.
to do? You just lost your mind at me one day and I had to go. So I did. I didn't want you to follow me.
But why didn't you see? This was the problem. We couldn't talk about it. You didn't tell me, and then you just left. There was no communication there. You're terrible at communication. This is the only time that you've ever come up to me and actually spoken to me. So
As
I
if
guess
you're
thank you
any
for that.
better
What I'm a wonderful performer.
We're going to perform tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Do you want to do any of our old routines or what?
I don't know.
Okay.
Performing with you as you was. I think it's not. I think anyone could know it was glorious. We were all wonderful, because we did the whole. Yes, we were. So if that had continued, of course, we would have been incredibly famous and rich. But all that aside, it's a little sad. The old performance. It's what we used to do, and it was our thing, and now it's, I guess, your performance, or it's my performance. It doesn't feel like our performance anymore.
Okay. So what are we going to do? Do you just want to do our separate things and be done with it? You perform for one table and I for the other, and just that'll be it.
I think we should try something new. We are different people now. I think we need to get to know each other. And I think that as the time has gone, I obviously didn't know who you were. I'm not as perceptive, and I apologize for not seeing you. for who you were and all that. And I never I don't dislike you, Neve. I've always liked you for who you are and all. I thought we were like really close and you were my favorite person. And then I realized I didn't know you. And it freaked me out a little. And then you
That's
left,
so
so.
sweet. I didn't know you didn't know. I thought you knew. I didn't think it needed to be said. I'm sorry for leaving. This place doesn't like people like me, so I left.
Well, I like
And-
people like you, so you don't need to leave, really, anymore.
I really like your birds. They're really pretty.
They are, yes.
And as much as I am on board with trying to make a new performance, we do have to come up with something by tomorrow morning. So, and I, for one, am not going to spend all night practicing. Never again. No.
I understand, yes. Maybe that was a tad ambitious. How about this? You show me what you do normally without me. I'll show you what I do, and we'll stick them together.
Good. Sounds good. Sounds good.
I mean, you can. You'll shapeshift. I'm sure we can make the puzzle pieces fit together.
Yeah, well, I mean, right now I should really just stick with the cat face because that's what everyone knows me as. So.
No, yeah, I wasn't. I was just trying to be whimsical. Yes, okay.
Okay. Yes. All right. Yes.
The handshake.
Very awkward, like shake hands.
She's just gonna like stop for a second and then just pull you in, try to give you a hug, a nice two-patter.
Yeah. He will accept the hug. Pat.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Let's
Well, yes. Do your birds need anything, or are they just like good to go, or whatever?
They've had a long night. But how do you feel, guys? One more? Just a little demonstration? And I'm just going to kind of give everybody a little bit of encouragement. And I will reach into my pocket and get out the good feed. And do a little cast of that. It's that pocket is disgusting because it's like the bird seed and a bunch of like fat, like bacon fat all squished together in one. So they love that stuff. Yeah, and yeah. It's pocket bacon, but for birds. And we will do out in kind of off to the side in the woods our regular performance for you. And I will expend another spell slot because I probably cast Fairy Fire at some point because I like to make the birds sparkle when we do this.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you guys start afresh, showing each other your performances to try and coordinate. Eventually, as you both demonstrate what you have and have not changed over the years, and you come back. Premac, while this is happening, and you are probably very clearly trying to ignore the fact that they're like clearly having an argument off to the side that is quickly getting a lot more emotional than either of them probably intended. You are attempting to clean yourself off, all of those things. Just as like you're like, okay, the tub is clean. I fixed as much as I can. You look before going to your wherever it is you sleep. You see the tent flap of Corcoran's tent close. Just missed whatever had gone in or out. And that's where we're going to end our session.
What?
Ooh,
Premac
intrigue.
didn't promise anything.
Oh.
That's why I did
Oh no.
I always give opportunities. But yeah, we got some combat, we got some intrigue, we got some emotions all around. A wonderful welcome back to Cordially
Very
Invited.
proud of you two. Working through
Yeah.
that shit.
Aw,
Baby steps.
I was feeling things there. I just stopped taking notes. I was like, okay.
It's a lot of history there.
Lot of history. Lot of Aravan and Premac feeling real uncomfortable for a lot of the evening. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, thank
this
you.
is super fun.
Thank you.
Well, we will be back March 16th for Cordially Invited. So join us then. Same bat time, same bat channel. Check out our other Dice Cult shows. We have shows running throughout a lot of the week. We have a Monday show that Abby is in, Bags of Gods. If you haven't
Not
checked them
anymore.
out, yeah.
But
Oh.
I did have my exiting day on episode 79. If you
79.
want to see Saga's
Okay.
exit from the party, but they continue their quest. So check
They're
them out.
continuing on their quest. We have a Tuesday. Legends of Theia is Tuesday, yes. Got a Saturday game. Yeah, games all over the place. Check out those playlists if any of those sound interesting. We've got a Saturday horror game. And we're also on Twitch. Some of our shows run live on Twitch. Check out our Discord. That is, I think, linked in our description below. Yes, Scott? Come join us. Hang out. We're fun. All of the collective cast and crew, and just in general, we all hang out there. Sometimes we post memes. We're fun. Come be our friends. Follow us on our other socials. We're on Twitter at the Dice Cult and Instagram, where we post some fun art as well. And otherwise, I think that's it. I don't think we have any announcements here at the bottom of the show. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being our audience. And we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.